Every week, the world quietly says goodbye to remarkable individuals whose lives helped shape culture, history, and communities. In the first week of March 2026, several influential figures passed away, leaving behind legacies that touched millions of people. From athletes and musicians to civil rights activists and actors, their stories remind us of the impact one life can have. One of the most respected names in distance running, Jeff Galloway, died on February 25, 2026, at a hospital in Pensacola, Florida. He was 80 years old and passed away due to complications from a stroke. Galloway transformed the way many people approached marathon training. He introduced a revolutionary method that combined running with walking, making long-distance running accessible to people who once believed it was impossible for them. His training philosophy inspired thousands of runners around the world. Beyond coaching, he was also a successful author and wrote many popular running books. For years he shared his knowledge through his column in Runner's World magazine, helping readers improve their training and motivation. Before his influence in the running world, he served his country as a member of the U.S. Navy, where he spent 3 years in service during the late 1960s and early 1970s. The theater community also mourned the loss of Sandra Lee, who died on February 23, 2026, at her home in New York City at the age of 97. Lee was a beloved Broadway performer who played an important role in some of the most memorable productions in theater history. She originated the role of Tiger Lily in the original 1954 Broadway production of Peter Pan, helping bring the famous story to life on stage. Later, she created another memorable character when she played Minnie Fay in the 1964 Broadway production of Hello, Dolly. Her performances became part of Broadway's golden era, and her work continues to influence actors and theater lovers today. Another powerful life remembered this week was that of civil rights activist Joan Bland. She died on February 19, 2026, at her home in Selma, Alabama, after battling lung cancer. She was 72 years old. Bland became part of American history at just 11 years old, when she participated in the historic march across the Edmund Pettus Bridge. During the civil rights movement, she marched alongside leaders including future Congressman John Lewis, helping draw national attention to the fight for voting rights. The events of that day helped lead to the passage of the Voting Rights Act. Throughout her life, Bland remained committed to preserving the history of the movement. She co-founded the National Voting Rights Museum and Institute in Selma and guided educational tours, sharing her experiences with visitors from around the world. She also served in the U.S. Army as a legal clerk, continuing her lifelong dedication to service. Music fans also said goodbye to legendary singer and songwriter Neil Sedaka, who died on February 27, 2026, in Los Angeles at the age of 86. Sedaka was one of the defining voices of pop music during the 1960s and 1970s. He produced several #1 hits, including Breaking Up Is Hard to Do, Calendar Girl, and Laughing in the Rain. His music became timeless classics played by generations of fans. Sedaka was also a talented songwriter whose work helped other artists achieve success. His song Love Will Keep Us Together became a major hit for Captain and Tenno, while Solitaire was recorded by Andy Williams and the Carpenters. Another figure connected to music history was Len Gary, who died on March 2, 2026, at the age of 84. Gary played chest bass for the Quarrymen, the early band formed by John Lennon in the 1950s that later evolved into the Beatles. Though Gary was part of the group before its worldwide fame, he remained connected to the band's early story. In later years, he reunited with other members of the Quarrymen and continued performing for fans who loved hearing the music that helped launch one of the most famous bands in history. These individuals came from very different worlds, yet they shared one thing in common. Each left behind a powerful legacy, whether through sports, music, theater, or civil rights activism. Their contributions shaped lives and inspired future generations. As the nation reflects on their passing, their stories remind us that the impact of a meaningful life continues long after the final chapter is written.